Hey guys, welcome to Horror and Me. I'm your host, Darren Mitchell, and welcome to the daily number 5. I first want to start off and say I hope you guys checked out my video earlier when I did a little competition with one of my coworkers earlier to do who can do the fastest 3 minute, or who can do three McDoubles from McDonald's the fastest. I got a time of 1 minute and 27 seconds, so that was pretty good. So please check that out. It's before this video. And let me know what you think. But I did want to first start out with today's vlog and just say one thing. Again, I want to say thank you for everyone that commented and wanted me to answer your questions. I'm definitely going to get to that here in a second. But the first thing I want to say is very important, and it's very important to me, and I'll explain why here in a second. But one of my subscribers, Alfredo, left a really nice comment to me on yesterday's video, and I did want to address that. Alfredo was somebody who's been watching my videos and my content for a long time. He's been very active. He keeps in contact with me quite often through YouTube. And I did want to say that he had told me that because of me and another guy on YouTube, he had stopped his gang-related lifestyle. That's important to me because I explained to him before, and a lot of you guys don't know, that my brother was a blood. And he is now injured, so he's obviously no longer a part of that. But when he was, it really changed him. He was not a good dude. I love him to death, but he was getting in trouble constantly. He was in and out of jail constantly. Even at one point, he had stabbed me. That's something a lot of people don't know. And I want to be careful with what I'm saying because my nephew also watches my channel, and I'm also going to be shouting out his channel here in a second. But I just wanted to say to Alfredo and also my nephew, thank you for being so strong and not allowing yourself to be influenced by other people and get out of those situations to better yourself. I can tell you that being in a gang or doing gang-related type things is never going to be good for you. I've seen it firsthand in my own family. I've seen it destroy lives. I've seen it make somebody that's the nicest, best person in the world be the most terrible person. So I want to say congratulations to you, Alfredo, for being smart, and you should be proud of yourself, man, for stepping up and doing the right thing and getting out of that and not having that be a part of your life. I'm very proud of you, and that's the first thing I wanted to say. And to my nephew, I know you're going to be watching this. I love your dad so much. I know you love your dad so much. And there's many things that you'll learn over the years as you get older. And I'll tell you, but I wanted to say my nephew's one of the smartest kids I've ever met. He really is. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's really into sports. You know, he's already talked about college and, you know, and he's just a really good kid. So it just goes to show that no matter how your upbringing was and things that you were surrounded around, you know, you don't have to be like that. You can be whoever you want. You can be a better person. You always can. And I did want to say that, and it was just kind of a leeway into other things I'm going to talk about with questions today. But I just want to say I'm very proud of you guys. Owen, I love you to death. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to be your uncle. And you're such a great kid, and I don't get to tell you that enough. And I'm very proud of you, okay? So let me move on from that, and we'll get into the questions. I'm on my way home, just like yesterday, guys, so I figured I would do it now. Someone had asked me if I have ever seen the movie Fido. I have not seen the movie Fido. I think I did start it once, but I never really got into it and finished it. But now that I'm hearing, you saying there was good things about it, I will check it out. So that's all I have to say about that. Next, somebody asked me what my favorite TV show is. I would have to say my favorite TV show of all time. Oh, man. Whew, that's a tough one. I was always really into Seinfeld. I also really like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They're probably my favorite shows. I also really like Portlandia when that was out. And then the follow-up question was, what's my favorite show currently? My favorite show currently is, I'm pretty much obsessed with everything that plays on the ID network. I'm really obsessed with a show right now called Evil Lives Here. I've been binge watching that like crazy. But every time I turn on the ID network and watch stuff like that, I just fall in love with it and I end up binge watching it. So I'm really into that investigative stuff or paranormal stuff. It's just something I really enjoy. Up next is somebody asked how difficult it is to get licensing for Sierra Resin Co. I can tell you it's not that difficult. And actually, a lot of the things we've done are free licensing. You don't have to pay for anything like that. But you'd be surprised at who you can reach out to and just tell them that like you're a small company and you're just trying to do something. Half the time, these people don't even care. It's when you're a company like NECA and these huge companies that are literally distributing like hundreds of thousands of action figures where these companies could make money from that is when you really need to look into that sort of thing. We never really do anything over 500 pieces, so sometimes we don't even worry about licensing because we don't name it what it's called. So if you ever noticed, we'll change the name of stuff if we couldn't get a license for it. And obviously our figures aren't accurately the piece. Like if we did a Freddy Krueger, it wouldn't look exactly like Freddy Krueger, the exact likeness, because we don't want to get in trouble with those types of things. So that's what I can tell you about that, but you'd be surprised if you just write an email how much you can get accomplished. Does my nephew have a YouTube channel? So that was what I wanted to lead into when I first came in here. Yes, my nephew, who I just spoke about, has a YouTube channel. Like I said, really awesome kid. You guys should definitely subscribe to his channel. He also does vlogs and he does a lot of video gaming stuff. And you can find his channel at SicklyComb55907. That's SicklyComb55907. So please give my nephew a watch and subscribe to his channel. Somebody asked me, do I still collect retro video game stuff? I still have all my retro video game stuff. The last thing I bought was a Raspberry Pi setup. I haven't honestly been playing much lately because my interests have just changed. They constantly change. As you guys know, I'm more into the hunting for films again. So, but I won't ever give up on that. If I see something cool that I don't have, I'll pick it up. But I'm not actively looking for it right now. Let's see. What is my favorite NECA that's come out recently? So I've been slowing down with my NECA a little bit. But I would say my favorite one that I've seen come out recently is probably the Dr. Decker. That is spot on. That looks exactly like him. And a lot of the newer ones that have come out too, like what did Scream Factory do? They did the what was it? The Night of Living, or what? Not the Night of the Living Dead. The not Night of the Creeps. Was it Night of the Creeps? Yeah, they did a Night of the Creeps one. I really enjoyed that one too. Yeah, they've just been kicking ass with it lately, NECA. I think they're really starting to take their time, at least with the Scream Factory release stuff. When it comes to like the Pennywises and that stuff, they need to stop. They need to stop putting Pennywise out. The Bill Skarsgård Pennywise is so burned out in my mind and many people's minds that it's really just embarrassing now when you see one. I mean, they literally just put out another one that looks exactly like the last few they did. The only thing they did was changed one of the head sculpts to him looking like the dog in part 2 when he's licking the window. Like, that's the only change, and it's the exact same figure before. They just need to stop. They're starting to look like a money grab now, and I'm really not showing much interest in them right now. And I feel like that's another reason why I've kind of stopped. A lot of the stuff coming out is it's in poor taste, in my opinion. Up next, what is my favorite SRC piece that we've done? I would say to date, my favorite SRC piece has been, oh, that's a tough one. Favorite SRC piece we've done. Before we were dealing with being in Fright Crate, I would say my favorite piece is the Leprechaun we did. Again, I'm just obsessed with Leprechaun, and there's never anything available, so that's why we decided to do it. So I'd say that's one of my favorites. I also really liked the Salem's Lot bust we did. That one turned out really well. So I was happy with that. So I would say those are my two favorites, as well as the Howling bust. I really like the Howling. It's one of my favorites. The movie itself. So when we did the bust of that, I loved it. So up next is, how do I feel about stopping, or no, I already answered that one. I'm sorry. What is the first horror film that scared me so much that it kept me up at night? The first horror film that kept me up at night. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't get scared easily, but I'm trying to think back when I was younger. What really scared me? Actually, I picked it up recently. It's not necessarily horror. You could call it horror or not horror, which I would understand, but it would be Babes in Toyland. Babes in Toyland, the creatures out in the forest used to scare me when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure I probably had nightmares about them when I was younger. But something of more recently that kind of made me think and kind of freaked me out a little bit would have to be... I don't know, this movie called Psychopath from the 70s, I watched recently. It also has an alternative name called Eye for an Eye. That movie was just weird as shit, and there's a couple scenes in it where the guy's eyes are all crazy. I remember like a couple days after I watched it, I definitely had a dream about that guy with like his crazy eyes. So that's really the only thing that's really kept me up. There's nothing coming to the surface right now that's like, oh man, that kept me up for days type of thing. Let's see. And the last question I have is, what is one of my favorite things besides horror? I have a lot of different interests. I collect coins. I like to metal detect. I'm huge into watching films. It doesn't have to be horror. I watch a lot of other things other than horror. Let's see. What else do I do? Obviously, I like to sculpt and make stuff. I like to talk to my friends, really. I almost every day talk to some of my friends online, and we Skype and stuff like that. I enjoy their company. We have a lot of fun together, and that's why it's really important to me to get to Texas for TFW every year so I can get together with them. And I'm really excited about this year because there's a lot of people I know going together. There's going to be a big crew coming down to Texas this year. 15, 20 people rolling together, and that's just us coming to meet up with other people. So it's going to be really fun to get together with everyone this year. This will be my 4th year. And that actually brings me to something else I just wanted to quickly say. The last few years, I have saved my money for TFW literally like a month before I was going to leave. I decided this year that's not what I'm going to do. I've decided that I'm going to at least put $100 from each paycheck away until the show. I don't want to struggle this year trying to figure out if I can afford certain things. I want to be able to take my time this year and put stuff away. What I'm thinking about doing is, because I have trouble saving money, as you guys see quite often, I'm thinking about making a wooden box with a slit in the top, and then literally sealing it with wax on the outside. And then when I put money into it, I can't access it unless I break that wax. So I'm thinking about making that. I will probably include that in one of these upcoming videos. But I want to start and put at least $100 in. I just got paid today. Set that aside, and I'm going to continue to do that so that I can have a decent amount of money by the time the show comes. So I urge you guys to do something crazy like that. If you also have trouble saving money, and I can also urge you, if you guys are planning on going to TFW this year, money goes quick there. It really does. Even when you don't want to spend money, everything costs money there for some reason. Like, even food, or if you want, just anything. Like, money goes so fast there, even when you're not buying collectibles and stuff like that. So I always urge people, when you go, bring more than you think you're going to need, or try to, because you'll just have more fun. And, it's a once-a-year thing for a lot of people. For me, it's once a year. Sometimes I go to Monster Mania, but the big one for me every year is Texas. So, yeah, that's just a little word of advice for you guys. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning into this vlog today. Thank you again for all your support. Leave your comments down below and questions for tomorrow's vlog. I think I am going to do vlogs over the weekend as well. Or I'm actually, leave your comments for Monday. This thing's going to be this daily thing's going to be just Monday through Friday, which leaves me opportunities over the weekend to do toy hunts for you guys again. I do plan on going out for a hunt tomorrow, so look forward to a video tomorrow of me doing a toy hunt, because I miss it and it's been a while. So again, I'm just going to be doing these daily vlogs Monday through Fridays. Weekends are going to be for other videos. So I want to say thanks, guys, so far for all your support. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave this video a like, comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.